Memorial Day, me and such as me, I was born 16 January 1920. I am a 90-year-old veteran. I was in the military from 1 August 1939 until 10 years later, 49. And when it became U.S. Air Force in 1947, I changed from Army to Air Force. So I had 10 years Army and 17 years Air Force. My duty remained about the same. I was working in the munitions field most of my career. I was with chemical warfare in the Army. My career in the Air Force was for EOD, Explosive Ordnance Disposal. We went to school. We kept going back to school for refresher courses. And I was in the Philippines before the war started. I went over there in 1939. It was good duty. Tropical and beautiful. I was there when the war started. It started in, I believe, 7 December 41. I believe that's right. And we surrendered. We were captured in May of 42 by the Japanese. They just plain overrun the Philippines. We were there with 20,000. They were there with all they needed. They were fresh. We had been cut off for a long time. No supplies. Medical care was scarce. Rations were scarce. Ammunition was scarce. We had no choice. General King surrendered. All of us just surrendered at once. And following that was, it's called, has been called all the time, the Bataan Death March. I don't get into that. It's too taxing for me to get into that. Hard to explain. You could have 3 people at the same place at the same time, seeing the same thing. They would tell, more than likely tell it in different words. I have no hard feelings with the Japanese people. That's not in my heart. We were released, treated well. I weighed just under 100 pounds. And I was as tall as I am now. But they started, within about 3 weeks, we were getting weight back and health, dental, eye exams, and we were treated well. And I went on, re-enlisted. A great number of my group got out as soon as they could. They wanted no more part of it. But I saw the military as it was a suitable job for me. I got along good in the military. Now, boot camp, that's a little different. But I knew that it wouldn't last forever. There's a beginning and a middle and an end to everything. And I had, for the most part, drill sergeants that like to express their leadership ability. Great. One once modeled like to express his force ability. But I was used to that, so I got along pretty good in that regard. The food, it was all right. I had a young soldier the other day. He's in Army aviation, he said they now had cornbread pudding. I never heard of it, never saw it, never ate it. He said it's good. So you eat what there is. And usually we gain weight on what they feed us. Now, for the help I get, I appreciate it. Judy is a big help to me. George is a big help to me. At Brown's Restaurant, they're a big help to me. Now I'm in a jam. The way you get in a jam, you start naming people and you leave somebody out. And you're in a jam right there. Forgive me for that. All of you are helpful to me when the time comes. I appreciate being here, preacher. Young guys, are you listening to me? I'll take any questions if there's time, if you want to.
Does anybody have a question that you would like to ask of Walter?
How long was he in camp?
What did he say?
How long were you in camp?
It's 1,253 days. I don't have it down to the hour yet. 3.5 years. And I was in the Philippines, about half that, and different camps. Oh, I was well in a few different camps. You probably heard the death march of Bataan. Oh boy, a lot didn't make it. Some of us did. Your question, sir.
How long was the Bataan Death March?
What did he say?
How long was the Bataan death march?
It was so confusing and disorganized. It was a different length of time, from 3 to 5 days, depending on where you started and where you wound up. That's the best answer I can give on that.
Anyone else?
Did I mention I was a 90-year-old World War II veteran? Did I say that?
I believe you did.
Well, no, it's good. I'm 90 years old.
That's right. You can repeat yourself all you want to.